So really the reduced incomes that we've seen in the ag economy really over the last few years doesn't change yet as a company. When the prices of the commodities was good, our focus was bringing efficiency and profitability to every farm, and really that doesn't change. Today, that's still our focus. I mean, obviously we know that the incomes are reduced, the prices of commodities are reduced, but now maybe even perhaps more than before, we are really trying to maximize everything we're doing to make any profits that we can anywhere. So our focus still remains the same. We're after the efficiency and profitability to help your farm. So yeah, I mean, we actually, it seems like every year we are always introducing new products to help increase the profitability and efficiency of every farm. And just in recently here, in the last few months actually, in the last year I guess, we've introduced a few new products specifically for that. We've had a product for a few years, quite a few years now, called the 2968 fertilizer opener. It's an in-between fertilizer opener for the back of planter row units. For 2016-17 now, we've actually introduced a newer version of that, and it kind of carries on from that previous product, but the new product is actually increasing the abilities of that fertilizer coulter. So we actually have on the display here that 2968 fertilizer opener, and so we can see it on the back of this John Deere row unit. The difference of this newer model here is now we have the ability to put the fertilizer coulter on one side of the row unit, or actually on both sides, as we see on this display here. We also have the ability now where we can go 2 inches off like we had before, or we can go up to 3 inches off. And really the purpose of this here is to just increase the opportunity with this coulter. So now not only can we put that starter fertilizer on, but we can actually put some nitrogen on with this. We've seen in recent years what the difference of putting fertilizer to both sides of the row can do for us versus just one side. So we've answered that call. If we can gain some yield with putting the fertilizer on both sides, that's the type of things that we try to respond to, and that's what this new coulter here has done. We also have introduced here just in the last few months a new the 10,000 Magnum high-speed anhydrous opener. Now yet we've had a high-speed anhydrous opener, but here again we've actually then introduced a new version of that. We've had the previous Magnum for almost 10 years. Now we've introduced the new model, which it's actually just increasing our abilities. We have a different closing system on this here, and it's just an all-cast design, and so there again we're trying to increase that efficiency by being able to apply faster, apply the anhydrous or liquid or dry faster and more efficiently. So we've even introduced on this row unit right here a product we call the 1200 series lid lift, and what this product is just with the touch of a valve right here, we can actually lift all of the lids on the planter row units. So if you have individual boxes, not only are we always lifting each one of the boxes, which is not difficult by any means, but now we can speed up that process. So we're becoming more efficient every time that we fill. So obviously, we're increasing the efficiency there, but it's even some of the things cutting down on parts and maintenance because we don't have to worry about losing any of those lids. I mean, anybody that has a box planter, we've all had we filled up. We thought that we had put all the lids on, and sure enough, we lose one or two of them there, and it gets lost. So then that's just more cost having to replace that. So there again, that's just something that we're trying to speed up, make it more efficient, and then cut down on the cost a little bit there to help the efficiency and the profitability of your farm. Again, we haven't changed in the last few years. I mean, our focus is still that efficiency and that profitability for every farm. And so some of the things that we continue to look at is, I mentioned some of the newer products that we've recently offered and how it's nutrient application. We continue to look at that nutrient application efficiency and nutrient use efficiency. So how can we help better utilize all of those nutrients? And so placing them in the ground, placing them close to the seed, sometimes will allow us to reduce our rates but certainly we're able to better utilize that fertilizer, so we're becoming more efficient. And so we're continuing to try to bring ways to help become more efficient in that fertilizer use and also in that application. I mentioned the 10,000 Magnum high-speed application. So that's the product, but really we're looking for a more efficient nutrient application, and so that's a big focus for us, and we got some other things that we're working on in that area. So Yetter, well, this is our third year as being a title sponsor of the National No-Till Conference, and even before that, many of us from Yetter has attended many of these no-till conferences, and it's just so valuable. Obviously, everybody that's in attendance here sees that value, and we bring value to each other. And so we at Yetter, I mean, we want to be a part of that. We like to be in the roundtables. We love so many people in one place right here that we can, I mean, it's not just coming to us for answers. I mean, it's bouncing ideas off of each other. And so really for us to be a part of that, we just really appreciate the opportunity, and we feel like that collaboration from the manufacturer to the farmer there, that we can all help each other become more efficient and more profitable. And, so no-till being, so important. I mentioned that I kind of referred to it as how we can become more efficient in our land use, and so with no-till, there's 1,000 people here. There's 1,000 success stories of people making no-till work, and so they're reducing their inputs and they're increasing their profits. And so to continue that, I mean, when you look at all the statistics of the growth of no-till and possibly where we can go with that in the future with more efficient fertilizer use, especially as we kind of become more scrutinized under the public eye, that's going to probably become even more important. So, it's great to be a part of that now so that we're looking towards the future.